How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler. This heavyweight is anything but standing only 5. The Rock, Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds. Here comes Riddick Bowe, the Big Daddy, despite being 6'5" tall. And now we toss it.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. And he fails to score with that left hook. Great counter right hand there. And a counter left. There's a counter shot. Counter right. He threw the hook, didn't land. He parries away that left hook. Hits the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up. Suck it up and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
Walk in. You cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared...
It looks like we're going to see an early night here. He is rocked. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go for round 2. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Neither man really defending themselves. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You've got to swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. punches. They should be playing defense right now. They exchange punches. Nice exchange. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Love the response, though. Got back up.
There's the bell to start round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now, they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go, because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's here away from getting stopped.
Good left counter that lands. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
You get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Good counter right hand again. And this with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Got out of the way of that right hook.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it. Perfect counter shot. Ready to land a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice counter shot. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Oh, that punch. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. So that left lands.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He just misses with that jab. Counter punching. To get out of there. That was the moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter shot lands. See if these two heavyweights decide to exchange bombs early or decide to box a little bit.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because somebody's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
Defense is not an option for these two. They figure out the combination to this safe. And that hook misses.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Gets out of the way of that left hand. Nice counter shot. Willing to score with that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You just got to use brain then.
He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. He blocks the hook. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. He blocks the right uppercut. And he misses with that jab. Good counter punching from both these fighters. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Round 7, here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around? We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good counter left hand there. He misses with that jab. Swing and a miss. Nice counter shot with the right hand. Good counter punching for both these athletes. These two are the perfect dance partners. Caution being thrown to the wind.
You cannot ever compare anything to this. These guys really mean it. These guys must hate each other the way they're fighting.
Offensive display, landing that left counter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you can't think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Punch, counter punch. Lands with the right counter. He just misses with that big right hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bowe, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen this.
And we enter the 8th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around? Why aren't they defending? We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. Nice defense on that right hook. Catch and shoot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Good counter punch. That one will count. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. And there's the bell for round 9. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? Missed him with that uppercut. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Beautiful counter shot. It's bombs away. Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident. This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Perfect counter lands. Either fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Rocky Marciano covering up, trying to buy some time to get out of trouble. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
There's the bell to start round 10. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Left counter scores. Neither man really defending themselves. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Misses with that uppercut. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Just missing with the right uppercut. That left counter was perfectly timed. Good defense on that right hook. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That left counter punch will score. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in...
There's the bell to start round 11. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. One of of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that space to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He blocks that jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Punch, counter punch. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Counter punching. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
What can...
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Counter punching. Counter punching. Trying to answer back. That's another scoring shot.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Right punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That left hook misses. Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Nice counter shot. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.